Welcome to the Saints Row 4 Initiation Station. This is where you can create your Saints Row 4 character so that you can play it in Saints Row 4 when it comes out in just about 2 weeks. I think it's about 1 day or 1 week and 6 days. But nevertheless, you can create your character now, upload them to their servers or however it works like that. But yes, let us go ahead and get underway. As you see, you got your body, face, hair, makeup, personality, all that good stuff. Pretty standard to the Saints Row 3 Initiation Station. To be fair, they just have updated and added a few things. Nothing too major, but definitely more customization than before, and probably more customization than any other game that lets you customize your character, as you guys will see in a little bit. Let's go ahead and get on with the body, and of course you got male or female, pretty standard stuff. Race, you've got the 4 standard ones. Sorry if you're not one of those, but you're gonna have to deal with it. Build, this is pretty standard or similar to what Saints Row 3's was, but there is a little bit more difference between strength and fat. If I remember correctly, in Saints Row 3 they're basically the same thing, but now, as you can definitely tell, strength has more upper body and fat has more mass in the other areas, I guess. Well, let's just put it there. It seems like a good medium, I guess. Skin, you got a lot to choose from, as you can tell. It can be a metallic if you want, or maybe in a Saints purple, so you could be like the Saints Hulk or something like that. Or you could just go straight black if that's what you're into, or maybe a nice little lemon head. But then you also just got your standard actual normal colors. They're kind of hard to tell right now because of the clothes I'm wearing, but they're just a tan, which is pretty self-explanatory. Age you can't really tell too much, as you will see. It's mainly, it just adds wrinkles, which I would like to see maybe a little bit of droopage in the eyes and maybe in the ear area. But overall, it's not bad, but not what I'm into. And now a fan favorite, the sex appeal, which with these clothes, again, it is very difficult to tell, but if you're in just underwear, you'll be able to tell what that is. And here are the just more specific features into the face. You can basically choose any number of these if you want. You can select them all if that's what you really want, or you can make it just maybe 1 or 2 or anything like that. And as you can tell, the customization sliders are pretty standard, but they do go into depth pretty well, actually. So that could be a very big head. Unfortunately, I discarded that. I did not mean to. I did not realize that I had to hit accept instead of back, but you guys can see what it changes without having to accept the things and whatnot. What is this? The eyebrows. So they're pretty. They can get pretty big and eccentric. I don't think that's a word. Oh man. And here, yep, that's where I realized that I did not accept those changes. But I just skipped that and went on to the ears. And these ears, you can do a lot with these ears. Even just going to 100 for everything, it makes them look ridiculous. And if you actually put time and effort into creating a character, you could get pretty much anything, I would think. And with all these combinations, and that is one thing that I think Saints Row, the whole series, has really done well compared to other games that you can customize your character. This one just seems like it has the most settings, and the most settings that actually change a lot of stuff. Like, I remember in Skyrim, when you're creating your character, or when I was creating my character, I would slide a couple of things over and I wouldn't really notice a difference. But as you can tell with all these, you can tell a huge difference in what all they do. So that's really nice to see. I mean, if you're gonna spend time customizing your character, you're gonna want it to actually be customized. But now let's go ahead over to the hair, which most of the Saints Row or most games in general kind of lack is their hair settings. But this one seems to have pretty good hair. I mean, of course, there's gonna be a lot more female hair than male, but you know, that's just how it is in real life too. So now, got a nice mullet, nice white mullet, because I mean, hey, I'm the president, and presidents have mullets, I guess, in my opinion. And as you can tell, because I changed the cheekbone so much, a lot of the facial hair will actually wrap themselves around perfectly, which I think is hilarious, especially the dolly, which is the one I actually do end up choosing. It just wraps up all the way up to his eyes, which is hilarious in my opinion. Of course, you got plenty of other choices for facial hair and all that stuff. That is nice to see as well. Same with the eyebrows. Of course, you're not going to have too many choices with the eyebrows, just because, I mean, there's only so much you can do with them. But you can get them to how you like them and all that stuff. You can even make them transparent, as you see there. That's not for me. Anyways, yes, now let us go on to the makeup, which is pretty standard stuff. I mean, the items are kind of like face paints and whatnot, so as you see, it's just general stuff, or nail polish even you can get. So yeah, that's basically it for that. And personality, here are all the voices and compliments and taunts that you can do.
My fellow Americans, we say America is a country of opportunity, a country where we are free to pursue our interests and follow our dreams.
A lot of people in the press are asking me to disclose my tax filings for the past 7 years. Allow me to answer that question with that. No, because I don't pay taxes.
Today marks a new day for our country. Today we set our course in a brave direction that will not only revitalize our flagging tech industry, but make a bold statement of who we are as a country. Kennedy said we could put a man on...
I never want to be known as the president who sits in her ivory tower ignoring her constituents.
Just realized that that is the same voice actor as Christine from the Fallout New Vegas Dead Money DLC. I thought I recognized that voice.
I know my administration has raised some eyebrows over the years. Most of the time, these so-called unorthodox methods yield amazing results. I become
My fellow Americans, I know a lot of people are concerned about Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. But I urge everyone
Time to mix. Now you got some compliments, which you can do, and people will cheer. You did something good, and they like it. Don't know if the music in the background will play for all of them, but I'm not sure. That's the one I'm picking. He-Man.
What else you got? Up yours. What?
These are kind of the opposite of comments, as it's pretty standard stuff.
Dead. Like you're just a dirty little... Watch it. Oh, you better watch it.
Ooh,
Oh,
ooh.
you saw that?
And I'm gonna have to go with that one. Alright, and that basically wraps up your actual character customization. But if you go to the main menu, as you see, you got clothing and tattoos, and then you can upload your character. But now let us go to the clothing, and this is probably not going to be all the, or I can almost guarantee you this is not going to be all the clothing in the game. But this is a good little overview of all the clothing and stuff like that, which some of you might notice that. But yeah, clothing is also one of the great things that this game does. Most other great customization games even, I don't know, even if they have a great actual character customization, most of the times their clothing won't be all that great. But this game, it's just got so much to choose from. You're gonna end up finding some stuff that is either ridiculous enough for you or perfect for you. Either way, you got plenty to choose from. Let's go ahead and get the Statue of Liberty. My bad. And we'll go ahead and get him. Oh, I should have done a purple. Did it in green instead. Oh well. I am looking for a Statue of Liberty torso clothing, but unfortunately, I don't think they have it. I don't know if I mentioned this at the very beginning of this video. I think I might have, but anyways, if I didn't, here it is again. I'm probably not going to be using this character for my Let's Play or anything like that. This is more just to show you guys the whole customization station in general. I'll probably make my character a little bit later, and why? Oh, never mind. I thought my mic was cutting out, and it might have been. Who knows? I don't know. I've been having mic and computer issues for the past couple days. I'm gonna try and get those sorted out, but it's a pain. So yes, now I am basically the Hulk / Statue of Liberty, which, you know, what's better than a Hulk Statue of Liberty? I mean, come on, really? So let's try to match my shoes and the rest of my clothes so that it doesn't stand out too much from each other. So it's all kind of a cohesive thing. There we go. Underwear, pretty standard stuff. Now let's take a look at the outfits. I mean, I could get some gloves on and other accessories, but no real point. So now these are all pre-made outfits, which some of them are pretty good, but they are more for, I wouldn't say like for specific situations, just kind of if you're looking for a certain type of character, you've got plenty to choose from if you want, which is great because, I mean, sometimes it can be a pain to find perfect clothing to match each other. That's pretty cool. Interesting. So yeah, a lot to choose from in the clothing department. Again, a lot of the stuff has been transferred over from Saints Row 3, which is kind of disappointing because it would be nice to have a completely new experience and whatnot, but I don't know, it's alright as long as the game is fun, which I'm sure it's going to be. I think I'm going to be alright. And I know some people are going to complain that, oh, this is basically just DLC for Saints Row 3, but in my opinion, I don't really care. The Saints Row series is one of the most fun series I've ever played. And more of that, it's always welcome. So yeah, that was all the clothing, and now it's time for the tattoos. To be honest, I never really put tattoos on any of my characters, mainly just because whenever, or for the most part, whenever I play, I'm going to be wearing clothing, so most of the tattoos are going to be covered up anyways. So, I don't know, this doesn't seem like it's worth it. I mean, sure, it doesn't cost money or anything to do it, but I just don't feel like wasting time on it. So yeah, that's all I'm going to show for that. I think, yeah. So now, yeah, that was basically it. Once you have your character just the way you want, you can go ahead and upload it to the or not the THQ. They are not a company anymore. But you can go ahead and upload your character, and then once you upload it, you can sign in and do all that good stuff. And then you will be able to download it onto your computer or Xbox or PlayStation, any kind of thing like that. So yeah, that is basically it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys when this game comes out.
remains of Simulation 31.
Oh my stars, it's the president!
Hi, Howard. What the fuck?
The place you're in isn't real. You have to break free.
This August, the war for humanity rests on the shoulders of the Saints.
We have a plan?
We're getting the band back together, and then we're gonna kill Zinyak.
That's not a plan, that's a goal.
Starring the President of the United States, Pierce Washington, Kinsey Kensington, Shondi, and Shondi.
This is getting weird.
Asha Odekar, Benjamin Motherfucking King, and introducing Keith David as Keith David.
I picked the right running mate.
Damn right.
You're beautiful.
Thanks.
Us talking to the robot.